Is David Shello, head writer for the IWO, presenting Eclipse Pro Wrestling, alongside my co-host, Steven Anderson.
It's great to be here tonight in Chicago, the Windy City, for the inaugural broadcast of Eclipse Pro Wrestling. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I hope everyone else is.
Indeed, should be a premier night of pro wrestling action. And as you said, we are here in Chicago.
And we have ourselves a stacked card tonight to open up Eclipse Pro Wrestling. It's going to be quite a night of action, great competition, great wrestling is coming your way right now on Twitch.
Indeed. Of course, our first match tonight is none other than the Blackout, Daniel Cole, taking on the American Phenom, James Reid.
This is going to be an interesting match. I think this is a great opener. I think this is going to be a good way to kick off the night because James Reid is a brutal competitor. If you know anything about him and his track record, but if you know anything about Blackout Cole, this is going to be a tit-for-tat match. I'm talking about a real barn burner here to open up the night.
Indeed. Of course, just struggling a little bit with the audio. If you could be a little bit closer to the mic, that'd be much appreciated. Of course, this match only moments away. Both these men prefer their entrances rather flashy, so what a way to kick off the debut show.
Absolutely. I couldn't think of a better match to kick off Eclipse Pro Wrestling here in Chicago, a famous city for pro wrestling here tonight, here on Twitch. I'm excited to see Daniel Cole versus James Reid here tonight to kick this night of action off.
Indeed, and now we have the competitors making their way to the ring. Wait, starting all the way back in the locker room.
And look, the fans, they're on their feet. They're on their feet, and look at this. We're seeing this right now, live here.
Indeed.
The suspense is building.
Cole has taken the locker room from none other than Bill Goldberg. Maybe not too happy about what happened this week on Monday Night Raw.
You can see the anticipation and the apprehension of the fans in the crowd.
Indeed. Of course, showing off, doing some
Quite a
shadowboxing here on the
scene,
entrance
no
way.
question about it. As we see the entrance of Daniel Cole, Blackout Cole, coming out here, making his impression felt. Confident, ambitious, perseverant. It's going to be one hell of a match.
Not only that, making quite a miraculous return from injury over the last few months.
And look at the face of Daniel Cole. There's almost a look of, almost a morose look as the fans cheer and stand on their feet here in the Windy City of Chicago. He's determined. He is got one goal in mind, and that is the fact that he is opening up not only tonight's card, but this is the first match ever for Eclipse Pro Wrestling, and he is in the Zen frame of mind. You can tell by the look on his eyes, his demeanor, his ring presence. He is in the zone.
Of course, that iconic starting to the entrance as James Reid makes his way to the ring. Of course, we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Appreciate all the support around Eclipse Pro Wrestling.
And here we go, James Reid coming out. Look at James Reid coming out. Very, how do I say, electrified, explosive, if you will. The man is filled with energy as he comes down the ramp. Fans equally excited for him coming down to the ring for this inaugural match to kick off tonight's Eclipse Pro Wrestling debut. What a sight.
Indeed. Full-on excitement here tonight. Ready for this match. Our first matchup just about to get underway as the referee calls for the bell.
It's going to be one hell of a kickoff here. Here we go. Let's light this candle.
Going blow for blow in these early
Daniel
minutes.
Cole trying there to be offensive at the beginning.
In court with a side knee. Of course, Daniel Cole, the originator of this federation.
Reid really taking it to Cole right now.
Here tonight. What would it mean for the competitor to lose?
Oh, look at this already. Reid with an early submission attempt.
Knocking Daniel Cole off the apron there. This match going to the outside pretty quickly. Reid making a statement, slamming him face first onto the logo of the Federation.
Outside of the ring, look, things are getting out of control already. Oh, that maneuver by Cole, shoving Reid into those steel steps. I'm surprised Reid is moving as quickly as he is. After that, and then going for the pin attempt. Cole, no!
Going up high here, what could he be looking for? Oh! What? I'm in shock. What was that?
Were you able to hear anything I just said?
Heard a little bit, heard bits and pieces.
Okay.
A little bit closer to the mic if you can be.
Yep, okay. Sorry about that, Daniel. Sorry about that. I think I lost my connection previously, but this has been one hell of a match so far. Daniel Cole and James.
Oh, no, what are we going for here?
Uh-oh.
Rolling through, up and over. Oh, car roll suplex. Gets a 2 count.
I'm telling you what, for an inaugural match, this is nothing short of a blockbuster moment here. Look at the fans on their feet right now. This is pandemonium in the crowd already kicking off tonight's action. Unbelievable maneuver by Cole just then.
Indeed, diving through the ropes. Clearly putting it all on the line here.
Well, I'll tell you what, both competitors in this situation have every single reason to put everything on the line there. And again, Cole, this is his second pin attempt here. No, kick out by Reid. But Cole staying on top of Reid like white on rice in a snowstorm, which is appropriate here in the Windy City of Chicago.
Indeed. Looks like James Reid starting the rally here. Cole up and down.
Wow! Unbelievable prowess. Physical prowess on the part of James Reid there.
That is James Reid's finisher, no less. Tries to put them away, but Daniel Cole, being slightly more in it, gets the shoulder up after the 2.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, here's the thing. A finisher is a finisher for a specific reason. It's your finisher. You use it prematurely, doesn't always pay off as well as it does when you use it at the appropriate time and place.
Indeed, all about the opportunity. Taking an opportunity here, launching Reid over the top rope with that exploder suplex.
You use it prematurely. Wow, I am enamored by the crowd right now. Look at this, on their feet, first match. into this bout right here, and both men, like I said earlier, Daniel Cole and James Reid both have a lot to prove here, because this is one for the record books, my friend.
James Reid laying out Cole with that powerful forearm right there.
No question about it, and it's no surprise given his track record and experience.
Jesus. Seems that James Reid went for a dirty pinfall there, but instead finding just enough to toss him out. Seems that rather enraged by the dirty pinfall attempt.
Not only that, but it seems that the ring awareness by Cole has definitely been very, very well executed in this match. All his pin attempts have been very well executed, laying that pressure on James Reid in this matchup here as we kick off tonight's action.
Oh, the snap German. It does seem that Blackout is in another state of mind right now.
Well, you know what? I would say that the name Blackout Cole is appropriately applied here, given the fact that the way that he's performing right now. You said he's in another state of mind. I mean, some people, when they're in a certain state of rage, they literally black out, and that's what's appropriate about Daniel Blackout Cole, is you never know what you're going to get, because when he gets in that zone, expect complete subjugation. But James Reid is holding his own so far.
Could be looking for something here, and Snake Eyes. Blackout's bleeding.
There we go. Put it in the record books. The first blood to be drawn. An action going back to outside of the ring there. Better be careful. Last time we saw this action outside of the ring, Cole had a brutal throw of James Reid into the steel steps. Now Cole's in a position where he's got to be, but he turned it back around.
Could be looking for something here. Locking in what seems like a guillotine choke.
Let's see what he's got up his sleeve. What arrow in his quiver is he going to shoot?
James Reid able just to avoid it in the nick of time. Oh no, he looks like he's trapped it in again. Could this be it? James Reid, unable to block the second guillotine choke attempt, is forced to tap out to the Blackout.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just witnessed the first match ever in Eclipse Pro Wrestling. What a matchup it was. Oh, what is this?
A sign of respect. Of course, after the match, maybe some bad blood, but here, shaking hands, seems all is well in the camp once more.
I was loving it too, and you know what? I don't blame them. What a great match, a great kickoff. Every reason to respect each other, and you love to see it.
Indeed. Now we have our first women's action as Lil Em takes on Alexa Bliss.
This is going to be interesting. Lil Em, I think, has, if you have any knowledge of her experience, and you could say the same about Alexa Bliss, both of these women have a lot to bring to the table from a competitive standpoint. I see this as being a good match, but at the same time, when you compare that momentum that I'm talking about, I see Lil Em coming up here as the victor. But don't be surprised if you're going to see something out of extraordinary or out of the ordinary from the likes of Alexa Bliss.
Indeed. Of course, the comparison has to be made. 5 feet of furry versus 5 feet of fury. Of course, Lil Em first down to the ring. A dream match of sorts for anyone that knows Lil Em.
Lil Em is
very interesting to see how this match goes.
I completely agree with you. Anybody who knows Lil Em, I think that's what makes this match is, you know, Alexa Bliss, nothing but respect for her. Obviously, what is she, 5'2", 5'1", I forget, but this is going to be a hell of a competitive match. Great women's match, right? We're talking about the fact that this is Eclipse Pro Wrestling's first inaugural card, and I'm excited to see this women's division.
Of course, it doesn't seem like Alexa Bliss is keen to let this match get to the ring, attacking Lil Em before either of them can make their way.
Well, you know what I call that? I call that a preemptive strike. And you know what? Sometimes that's warranted. Here we go.
Lil Em was doing the come on, made famous by Shinsuke Nakamura. And now we finally got this match in the ring. Referee's called for the bell.
Here we go.
Lil Em not taking kindly to the offense of having the match tampered with early. Mickie James already getting involved as well.
Well, and you know what? I think that's not necessarily out of the ordinary. Again, this is the first women's match that we're seeing here. So in this promotion. So there's a lot on the line here.
Whoa. Pull it over with the snap. Alexa Bliss now looks to be in a little bit of control here tonight.
Well, at least at the moment. But, you know, you cannot predict everything. So let's see how this goes. Already it's been an explosive match. Loving the fans on the outside. Really enjoying this. Usually it takes, you know, third, fourth.
Undisputed Ghost. Thank you for tuning in.
Undisputed Ghost. Welcome. And thank you for joining us in tonight's inaugural broadcast of Eclipse Pro Wrestling. Welcome.
Always good to see talent tuning in from the back. Of course, I believe Undisputed Ghost will be in tag team action later tonight.
Definitely he will, and we will get to that later on in the evening. But right now, what we are seeing is complete savagery between Lil Em and Alexa Bliss
here with the referee and Mickie James both getting involved.
Yeah, Mickie James has had a very heavy involvement in this match, really since that preemptive strike I mentioned earlier. But will it pay off? Only time will tell.
Lil Em looks for the curb stomp. Of course. Referee, however, distracted by Mickie James.
Well, the referee, you know, I mean, you know, it's not unusual to be distracted by Mickie James. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay, Jim Ross. Sure thing, whatever you say.
You could have also used Jerry Lawler there. It would have still been appropriate, but sure.
Lil Em battling against the odds here. Does seem that Alexa Bliss is using every advantage, even a chair just introduced by Mickie James.
And again, that's the thing is what equalization needs to be implemented here.
Oh no!
Oh God!
Right over the chair.
Oh God!
Oh!
Jesus Christ on the cross!
Mickie James just put the chair in Lil Em positioning perfectly to drop.
Wow! Oh, unbelievable!
I don't know how Alexa Bliss is moving right now.
I don't know either for a woman of her size. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. She can move, she can perform, she can compete. She has what it takes. That's why she's in the ring right now, representing the women's division as she is. But my God, she is definitely exceeding expectations here tonight.
That discus elbow could be lights out for... Oh wait, the referee just dragged out by Mickie James again after what could have finished the match.
What could have, should have, would have. I'll tell you what, though, one thing that has been consistent tonight, my friend, is the excitement in the crowd. Uh-oh, here we go.
Oh, the chair straight into the back of Mickie James, clearly done with her involvement in the match.
Well, I got to tell you, smart on the part of Lil Em, getting some, dare I say, retribution, and well-deserved. Look at this technical.
Lil Em tying up Bliss now. Could be looking for that final go.
Beautiful execution by Lil Em, showing her technical capabilities there. Very well performed.
Does seem that Mickie James has been evicted from the ring by the referee.
Well, good. It's fine. It's finally time that the referee did something that was appropriate. Wow, what a... This is unbelievable. I mean, we've seen already a great match to open up the night between James Reid and Daniel Cole, but this is the first also women's match representing the women's division, and Lil Em with the pin attempt, and it's so close, but
Lil Em picks up the win. Turns her inside out twice, once over the chair, and picks up the win here tonight. I don't think Alexa Bliss will take kindly to this.
Well, I agree with you 110%. There's no reason for her to be, I mean, there's every reason for her to be a little embarrassed because, like I said, this was the first women's match representing the women's division here in Eclipse Pro Wrestling on Twitch, and Lil Em, what a match. She had all the odds against her, and she came out with the W. Good for Lil Em.
Indeed. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Doing really well for our debut show. Appreciate all the support.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more, my friend. Thank you, everybody, for joining right now for the inaugural Eclipse Pro Wrestling show here tonight in the Windy City of Chicago. Lil Em celebrating her victory. Well-deserved. We still have a lot of action coming your way, don't we?
Indeed. Of course, next we will see none other than the Last Dragon, Cheng Yu taking on another animal moniker, the Stone Pitbull.
It's going to be one hell of a match. I'll tell you what, both of these men have my respect. I don't know entirely what to expect as far as, you know, I like to choose a victor here, but this is going to be two different styles of wrestling going up against each other here tonight. And I'm looking forward to seeing that.
We saw blood earlier in the night, but could very well see some more blood here spilled between Cheng Yu and Tomohiro Ishii.
Well, it wouldn't be a surprise here. Look, the Chinese and the Japanese haven't gotten along for years, but I'll tell you one thing, their food hasn't been getting along with my stomach for years, so this is going to be one hell of a match.
Indeed. Of course, Cheng Yu learning from the martial arts, very heavily influenced by Kung Fu stylings, as of Tomohiro Ishii, a known practitioner of the New Japan Strong style.
And that's what we were talking about earlier, right? You know, the difference in background and training between these two individuals is part of what's going to make this such a great match here tonight. Our third match of the card here tonight.
Indeed.
Again, thank you everybody for joining us here tonight for Eclipse Pro Wrestling. Our goal is to provide you guys entertainment, and that's our number one goal here, and that's what I think we're going to do. We've already done it so far. We have one hell of a remainder of card left here tonight.
Indeed. Cheng Yu showing a lot of respect during his entrance here. Wears the blindfold. You gotta wonder how he navigates around, but he's masterful in how he moves.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very good point. Some things are just better left not understood, and I think that's one of them. And it goes back to his training and his style of wrestling and finding out, pardon me, what works for him as a competitor. And I think his record speaks for itself and shows that it's effective. And I am having a brief issue with my video terminal here.
I think that's global. Not sure exactly what's going on with the video. We'll continue the action in the ring. Still saying that we are live.
Yes, it says we are live, but I am not seeing my terminal at the desk here.
Of course, it is our first show. Some issues are to be expected.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? I mean, the Statue of Liberty came in pieces, right? All great things come in time. So thank you for being patient with us. This is our inaugural night, so thank you for joining, but just please be patient as we work this out. I think it's a Twitch back-end thing because I'm experiencing the same issue on 3 different devices.
Hopefully, when we pull it, we have all the data intact. Of course, Cheng Yu facing off with Tomohiro Ishii, even though I don't believe
Yeah, I'm not sure what this is. I'm trying to check on my mobile device one more time because I do show live, but it looks like it's lagged at a commercial. Or not a commercial, but I'm not sure what's going on. We may have to... I'm no expert, but maybe, I don't know, stop and restart.